Our trip to San Francisco is one of our favorite family trips to date. And if you've watched the other 4 videos in this San Francisco series, you'll know we learned a lot, we worked a lot, and we explored a lot. And of course, managed to stay safe and not experience a car break-in.
An average of 74 car break-ins a day. That's what's reported in San Francisco, 74 a day.
But for our final video of this series, I want to talk about our top 5 favorite places that we explored in the city. First off, the Presidio Park and the Golden Gate Bridge. This is the first place we explored actually, and we had no idea how lucky we were that first day as there was no fog and beautiful weather. San Francisco is known for their ominous fog, and really the rest of the week there, the Presidio and Golden Gate Bridge were covered in a layer of fog.
Wow, we had no idea how lucky we were the first time we came here. I'm waiting to see if the wind blows it a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. Usually from like July to August, September, the weather is so warm that every single day around 4 p.m. you're gonna see a fog come off because the warmth hits the ocean, which is really cold, and it creates a fog. It happens literally every day, and we did not know this. Like, this is a new thing for us to learn.
There is a lot you can do at Presidio Park. It is a national park, and it is filled with walking paths, trees, flowers, and amazing views. I think if we got a do-over chance, I would bring a lunch with us to picnic on the green areas and just enjoy the open spaces. We did manage in one toddler-friendly walk though, and we had so much fun even if we were still a bit jet-lagged. Do not enter. Yeah. Second on the list, Golden Gate Park. Golden Gate Park is comparable to Central Park in New York City. It is massive.
So we're in the Golden Gate Park, which is like San Francisco Central Park, but we're specifically going to the Botanical Gardens all the way down here. This place is huge.
This was probably our longest day adventure, and we still felt like we just skimmed it. Though we did enjoy the Botanical Garden, I think our favorite was the Japanese tea garden.
Buddha was cast in 1790.
Whoa, 1790?
For a temple and presented to the garden in 1949.
1949, wow, 1790.
By the S&G Gump Company of San Francisco.
Wow. This Buddha is really old. High five.
It did cost money to get in, but it was so good that I would pay again to visit if we ever go back. Next on the list is the Ferry Building and getting a chance to take a ferry across the San Francisco Bay to a small town called Sausalito. This adventure was actually an unplanned, spur-of-the-moment kind of adventure for us. We went to the Ferry Building, as it's cool in and of itself, and we had planned to just show the boats to Ian, not actually get on one. But then there was a boat, and it was close to boarding, and we got tickets. Yeah, no regrets. This is one of our favorite memories, and we also got to see places like Angel Island and Alcatraz along with the bay, all of which hold so much history. Also, Sausalito ended up being the cutest little town ever.
It feels a little bit like Mexico to me.
Well, it was dedicated to Chile, a sister city in Chile.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Therefore, that's why there's a little square here, like a little central area.
And that part is
El Centro. Yeah. Okay.
It's like
Cool.
a sister city.
We didn't expect to come here, so we did zero research for Sausalito. So this is actually really cool. It's just a tiny town across the bay, and it feels a little bit like Mexico. Super cute.
Which I should add, this is definitely the most costly adventure we did, which is why we weren't originally going to do it. But like I said, no regrets. Being on the boat, seeing the ocean, and getting out of the city for a short time ended up being amazing. The fourth location we really enjoyed was Pier 39.
Welcome to Fisherman's Wharf.
Probably have said this about all the places, but this has got to be our family's personal favorite one location visit as a tourist. This probably had something to do with the fact we have a toddler, and this pier is any child's dream location. But Dayton and I also loved it as it felt romantic, like a date night, and we also got to see a ton of sea lions, like literally. Together, they had to have weighed at least a ton, if not more than a ton.
I was too busy looking at the skyline that I didn't even see the seals right there.
Are they seals or sea lions? I don't know, but they're very big and cute. And then down there's a whole family pile of them. Oh my goodness. They're so sleepy. Is this the time of day sea lions sleep?
Also, there are some amazing food options on the pier, and there are also a lot of fun options, including a merry-go-round, musical staircase, and a mirror maze. I had to do the mirror maze by myself, as Ian was actually too young, but I did giggle my entire way through it, and I managed to escape in about 7 minutes. Pretty sure my escape instincts kicked in when I started to feel a bit claustrophobic.
By the way, I had to wear gloves. It normally takes people about 10 to 15 minutes. And I did it in 7 minutes. And I think it was sheer panic. Pier 39 is the place to go if you are a tourist in San Francisco. I had no idea this place was as cool as it is, and I'm so glad we came.
And I know I said our top 5 locations originally, but this last one is technically a 3-in-1 deal, the parks. So not all cities have good parks, and not all parks work great for every age, including the toddler age. But San Francisco has some pretty cool and amazing parks. We must have visited close to 10 in total, but these were our top 3 favorite parks that I would recommend for families with kids anywhere from 2 and up. First one being Yerba Buena Gardens. Yerba Buena Gardens was the first park we found, and it was the one we visited the most frequently, as it was right beside where Dayton's work conference was located. The park was such a cool park in and of itself, and right beside the park is a children's museum and a massive carousel. We never actually went on the carousel, but the children's museum ended up being a really fun place for Ian. Willie Woo Woo Wong Park is the biggest park in Chinatown, and sadly we didn't visit it until right at the end of our trip. Sad, because we ended up really loving this park, and it wasn't that far of a walk from our hotel. Such a great space for all age groups. And finally, and probably my favorite park option personally, was the Salesforce Park. The Salesforce Park is built on the top of the transit center in the heart of the business district of San Francisco. So it's one of those places that you kind of got to know about to get there.
So I'm very confused. There's so many buildings, and apparently we have to take a gondola up to the park. And then We'll see if we ever find this place. A gondola in the city. Here comes our gondola down to pick us up.
We took a gondola from the road up to the park, and it's hard to describe how it felt to go from a cement jungle surrounded by skyscrapers to a 5-acre botanical paradise in just a few short seconds. It is home to 13 unique ecosystems, over 600 trees, and about 16,000 plants. It also has a coffee shop, restaurant, play area, bathrooms, and also a reading group for Ian's age group that we randomly got to join. He loved it. Again, it's hard to explain how crazy cool that is to be located in the heart of a downtown. It was really fun, and I highly suggest it as one of our favorite parks. Something Dayton and I have realized is that we have become pickier on the locations we enjoy visiting now that we have a toddler. If the location doesn't meet the needs of all three of us, including a 2-year-old high-energy little boy, then it isn't worth our time at this stage in life. This is one reason why San Francisco ended up being one of our favorite family trips to date, because it had a lot of diversified options that all three of us ended up loving and enjoying together. I think this is why I'm a city girl at heart. We explored some beautiful locations, epic nature, super fun adventures, delicious foods, and historical culture, all in one location in 1 week. The city has so much to offer, and though I love some off-the-grid moments from time to time, this is the kind of trip I dream of the most when I think of traveling as a small family.